Every morning, Ethan woke up with the same feeling. Nothing was wrong, yet nothing felt right. His life looked fine from the outside. A steady job, a small apartment, food on the table. But inside, everything felt stuck, like standing in a long line that never moved. He went to work, answered emails, nodded in meetings. Days passed without leaving a mark. At night, he lay on his bed, staring at the ceiling. His thoughts whispered questions he couldn't answer. Is this it? Did I miss my moment? Why does everyone else seem to move forward? He tried to force change. New plans. Big promises to himself. They lasted a few days. Then life returned to the same slow circle. One evening, after another dull day, Ethan didn't go home. He kept walking until the city lights faded. His feet led him to a quiet place near the edge of town. There was a small greenhouse there. Old glass. Wooden frames. Soft light glowing inside. Curious, he stepped closer. Inside, an elderly woman moved slowly between rows of plants. Her hands were covered in soil, her face calm, patient. She didn't seem surprised to see him. Come in, she said softly. Growth doesn't like to be rushed. Ethan didn't know why, but he stayed. The air smelled fresh, alive. He watched her water the plants, one by one. No hurry. No checking the time. They look small, Ethan said. Do they ever change? She smiled gently. They change every day, she said. You just don't see it happening. The words stayed with him. The next day, Ethan returned. Then again, the next. The greenhouse felt peaceful, different from the noise in his head. One afternoon, the woman handed him a small pot with dry soil. Plant this, she said. Ethan looked inside. There was only one tiny seed. That's it, he asked. She nodded. Come every day, do the same small thing. That was all she said. Ethan took the pot home. He placed it near the window. The soil looked lifeless. The next morning, he watered Italiano. Nothing happened. The next day, the same. Still nothing. His mind grew impatient. This feels pointless, just like everything else. But he remembered the greenhouse, the quiet, the steady hands. So he kept going. Days passed. Work was still boring. Life still felt slow. But every morning, before checking his phone, Ethan watered the soil. Outside, traffic roared. Messages waited. Deadlines pulled at him. Still, he poured the water gently, watched the soil darken, then walked away. One morning, he noticed something different. A tiny crack in the soil. He leaned closer. A small green shoot pushed upward. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't fast. But it was real. Ethan felt his chest soften. He returned to the greenhouse that evening. The woman looked at him and smiled. You saw it, didn't you? He nodded. She wiped her hands and spoke quietly. When life feels stuck, we think nothing is happening, she said. But growth is working underground. Ethan listened carefully. You don't grow by forcing change, she continued. You grow by showing up, even when it feels useless. He thought about his days, the routines he hated, the effort he avoided because it felt too small. Most people quit right before the soil breaks, she said. Ethan looked down at his hands. They didn't feel empty anymore. Weeks passed. The plant grew slowly, leaf by leaf. Ethan didn't change his whole life overnight, but something inside him shifted. He stopped waiting for big motivation. He focused on small actions. One email done properly, one walk after work, one honest effort each day. Life didn't suddenly become exciting, but it started moving. One evening, Ethan sat by the window, watching the plants sway gently. The room felt quieter, his mind less heavy. He understood now. He hadn't been stuck. He had been growing quietly, patiently. Sometimes growth doesn't feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like waiting, but waiting with care is not nothing. If this story brought you comfort or hope, you're welcome to like, share, and subscribe. And join us again for another gentle story.